Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
The event of something being raised upward. A raising of the land resulting from volcanic activity. The properties acquired as a consequence of the way you were treated as a child. Helping someone grow up to be an accepted member of the community. Increasing in quantity or value. A cost-raising increase in the basic wage rate. Angular distance above the horizon, especially of a celestial object. The event of something being raised upward. An elevation of the temperature in the afternoon. The act of increasing the wealth or prestige or power or scope of something. His elevation to cardinal. The highest level or degree attainable. The highest stage of development. A raised or elevated geological formation. Ballet. The height of a dancer's leap or jump. A dancer of exceptional elevation. Distance of something above a reference point, such as sea level. There was snow at the higher elevations. Drawing of an exterior of a structure. Lifting device consisting of a platform or cage that is raised and lowered mechanically in a vertical shaft in order to move people from one floor to another in a building. Raise or haul up with or as if with mechanical help. The act of raising something. He responded with a lift of his eyebrow. Fly people or goods to or from places not accessible by other means. Food is airlifted into Bosnia. Invigorate or heighten. Lift my spirits. Make off with belongings of others. Transportation of people or goods by air, especially when other means of access are unavailable. Rise up. Cancel officially. Lift an embargo. Perform cosmetic surgery on someone's face. Take illegally. A wave that lifts the surface of the water or ground. Put an end to. Lift a ban. Plastic surgery to remove wrinkles and other signs of aging from your face. An incision is made near the hairline and skin is pulled back and excess tissue is excised. Some actresses have more than one facelift. The event of something being raised upward. Raise from a lower to a higher position. Move upwards. Lift one's eyes. Take without referencing from someone else's writing or speech, of intellectual property. The component of the aerodynamic forces acting on an airfoil that opposes gravity. Move upward. The fog lifted. Raise in rank or condition. The new law lifted many people from poverty. A powered conveyance that carries skiers up a hill. A device worn in a shoe or boot to make the wearer look taller or to correct a shortened leg. A ride in a car. He gave me a lift home. Call to stop the hunt or to retire, as of hunting dogs. Make audible. He lifted a war whoop. One of the layers forming the heel of a shoe or boot. Pay off, a mortgage. Remove from a seedbed or from a nursery. Lift the tulip bulbs. Remove from a surface. The detective carefully lifted some fingerprints from the table. Remove hair by scalping. Rise upward, as from pressure or moisture. The floor is lifting slowly. Take hold of something and move it to a different location. Lift the box onto the table. Take off or away by decreasing. Lift the pressure. Take root crops out of the ground. Lift potatoes. The act of giving temporary assistance. The properties acquired as a consequence of the way you were treated as a child. Help develop, help grow. Nurture his talents. Provide with nourishment. Helping someone grow up to be an accepted member of the community. They debated whether nature or nurture was more important. Look after a child until it is an adult. Rearing on left hind leg with forelegs elevated and head usually in profile. The properties acquired as a consequence of the way you were treated as a child. Helping someone grow up to be an accepted member of the community. The sexual activity of conceiving and bearing offspring. The result of good upbringing, especially knowledge of correct social behavior. A woman of breeding and refinement. Elegance by virtue of fineness of manner and expression. Helping someone grow up to be an accepted member of the community. Producing offspring or set aside especially for producing offspring. The breeding population. The production of animals or plants by inbreeding or hybridization. Helping someone grow up to be an accepted member of the community. Encouragement. Aiding the development of something. Helping someone grow up to be an accepted member of the community. Encouragement. Aiding the development of something. Helping someone grow up to be an accepted member of the community. Helping someone grow up to be an accepted member of the community. Properties acquired during a person's formative years. Becoming greater or larger. Increasing prices. Music, increasing in tempo and or volume. Organized opposition to authority. A conflict in which one faction tries to wrest control from another. A movement upward. Sloping upward. Coming to maturity. The rising generation. Advancing or becoming higher or greater in degree or value or status. A rising trend. Newly come into prominence. A rising young politician. Get up and out of bed. An increase in cost. They asked for a 10% rise in rates. Return from the dead. Christ is risen. Theology, the origination of the Holy Spirit at Pentecost. A movement upward. They cheered the rise of the hot air balloon. Rise up. Increase in volume. Come up, of celestial bodies. The sun also rises. The amount of salary is increased. The act of changing location in an upward direction. Go up or advance. A wave that lifts the surface of the water or ground. Move to a better position in life or to a better job. Rise in rank or status. Come into existence. Take on form or shape. Increase in value or to a higher point. An upward slope or grade, as in a road. The car couldn't make it up the rise. Take part in a rebellion. Renounce a former allegiance. The property possessed by a slope or surface that rises. Increase in price or value. Become more extreme. Come to the surface. Move upward. Rise to one's feet. A growth in strength or number or importance. Exert oneself to meet a challenge. Rise to a challenge. A movement upward. The act of changing location in an upward direction. An upward slope or grade, as in a road. A movement upward. Christianity. Celebration of the ascension of Christ into heaven, observed on the 40th day after Easter. New Testament. The rising of the body of Jesus into heaven on the 40th day after his resurrection. The act of changing location in an upward direction. Astronomy. The rising of a star above the horizon. The action of establishing on a socialist basis. The act of meeting for social purposes. The adoption of the behavior patterns of the surrounding culture. The process of assimilating new ideas into an existing cognitive structure. The adoption of the behavior patterns of the surrounding culture. All the knowledge and values shared by a society. The action of establishing on a socialist basis. The socialization of medical services. The act of meeting for social purposes. There was too much socialization with the enlisted men. The adoption of the behavior patterns of the surrounding culture. The socialization of children to the norms of their culture. The adoption of the behavior patterns of the surrounding culture.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.